game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
I got you.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977. But since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Dalton now to pass. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, look. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here I come.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Bengals we got this. 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
368.
Here's Dalton. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Andy Dalton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Cincinnati.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw here, Dalton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ezekiel Ansah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Play fake. Here's Dalton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run it with Carson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 44, Wilson. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Hands up! BAT!
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. He's going to have the first down past the 20 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. David Moore. 67 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they run with Mixon. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Man left, man left. 3 down, 3 down.
The final act of the first half, Dalton. And the catch good, it's Eifert. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also...
And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 63 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards.
1st down, Cincinnati.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, Nixon. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And that is not going to go for Bullock. It's left to the upright. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
from midfield now. Here's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They run again with Carson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to face a third down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the I. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Moore. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Let's bring it.
Now it's Carson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterback.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Passing, it's Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing, Dalton, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7, Jadeveon Clowney. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that, a total team effort? I think